Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, Cosmic Conversations for Tuesday. I'm the Tuesday host. And as you could tell, we have been doing this since, or I have been doing this since June. We have been doing this for a long time. And even before that, it was a different name, but it was still the same type of format. I do want to thank everyone who is actually supporting us, letting us continue to bring all this programming to you, and allowing you to share. And don't forget to sign up to Conscious Awakening Network so you can watch all of the Cosmic Conversations podcast sessions or events that have occurred. You do not have to pay for it, so don't, if you see the sign for a member, if you want to sign up for a member, go for it, but you do not have to get Cosmic Conversations. You just go into the link and sign in, and all you need is your name and an email. And this way you can also sign up for the emails, so you'll know what guests are coming up. So tonight we have some beautiful soul with us, and we have spoken before, and she is phenomenal, great energy. I'm sure you're feeling that energy already. So, what else can I say? Laura, how are you?
Good. I'm so excited to reconnect with you.
My pleasure, believe me. So tell the audience and especially the audience that's here all about you.
That sounds good. So funny. I started off as a corporate attorney. I was kind of spiritual and connected, magical and mystical when I was a kid. And then part of the growing up experience for me included putting all that away and going to law school and getting into my head. Um, I loved a lot of that. I enjoyed my time doing that. However, I missed my heart. I missed my center. I missed that spiritual connection. So after 10 years of practicing law, I burned out and I thought, this is fine. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to spend more time at home with my kids. I'm going to delve back into the spiritual realm. I went back to school, became a certified hypnotherapist, somatic attachment therapist, did energy work, angel readings, like the whole 9 yards. And I loved it. And I really thought I had kind of found the pinnacle. Like I'm integrating all of this. I'm doing all of it. I'm I'm perfect because I've done this all now. Well, fast forward, I found out my husband had been cheating on me for 15 years of our 23-year marriage with multiple women. And it devastated me. I felt betrayed by him, obviously, but also by the universe, by, God, by like, are you kidding me? I'm doing all of this. I'm the spiritual person. I'm intuitive. I'm telling other people, and I can't even see this is happening in my own house. I felt like such a fraud. I felt like, what is any of this for? It doesn't make sense. And I hate it. Fast forward again, I have really come to understand betrayal is a huge initiation. Whether it is an infidelity type of a betrayal or another betrayal, it's an initiation into really seeing yourself clearly. It mirrored back to me all the ways I was betraying myself, all the way I had betrayed myself by walking away from my heart, by leaning into all of these things that I thought I was supposed to do. And it ended up opening up a channel. I channel a group of entities called the librarians. It opened up so much in me. And it really brought me back home to who I always was at the beginning,
Mhm.
but who I had kind of lost track of and lost touch with along the way.
And I'm sorry, I'm kind of smiling because you know who's there again.
Oh, yeah. Right
The
here.
last time, yeah, the last time Laura and I spoke, I kept getting, "Hi, how are you?" from the librarians. And every single time she mentions it, I'm like, "Oh Lord."
Oh, no,
Oh, not again.
this again.
So, so tell us about your book and how that encouraged you, to move forward and, you know,
Yeah.
you
You know,
found your way back.
yeah. And it wasn't that easy. You know what I mean? As I'm telling the story, it's not like, oh, in 10 minutes she got over it and then by next week it was all fine. It was a long, hard journey.
Mhm.
And here's what's interesting, the whole divine timing thing. I didn't find out about the infidelity until no, I'm going to tell it this way. I downloaded this 5-step process. FLAUNT is an acronym. It's the acronym around my 5-step process.
Right.
I downloaded this 5-step process. I'm like, this is incredible. This is, oh my gosh. I started trying it out on some of my clients just around health and wellness. And they're like,
Right.
this is amazing. This is incredible. And I'm like, this needs to go somewhere. I don't really know where this information came from, but this is amazing. I reach out, I get a book agent like that. He sells my book. I get a traditional publisher like that. Everybody's like, this is incredible, but what problem does it solve? And I'm like, mm, any problem? And they're like, well, yeah, it's really good, but what is the problem that it solves? And I'm like, transition? Coming back home to yourself? I don't really know. What is the problem? And as I'm mulling over what is the problem, I find out about this infidelity that again took place 15 years earlier.
Mhm.
And it was like, oh, the problem it solves is feeling betrayed. The
Mhm.
problem it solves is betraying yourself, is, oh, okay, I need to start walking this process myself and see how this whole thing works.
Mhm.
And that's my first book. That first book, Flaunt, Drop Your Cover and Reveal Your Smart, Sexy Spiritual Self, is about stripping off those labels, those roles, those scripts, the way we perform, the way, we kind of get into a little bit of ego. Like, I've got this
Yeah.
all figured out. I meditate. You know what I mean? It's
And then they
really
hit you with
about
a 2x4.
exactly. It's stripping all of that, getting away from the judgment
Mhm.
and really becoming self-aware. The whole idea of that book is around knowing yourself and
Mhm.
showing yourself because we like to show the masks. I
Mhm.
want to show you all of my good parts. I want to show you how smart I am, how good I am. That's only a part of me. And it's about
Mhm.
getting comfortable integrating all facets of who you are.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Sounds really good. Really good. So, and of course, you could get that basically on Amazon. It's the
Yeah,
main
Barnes and
place.
Noble, anywhere books are sold.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Um, so when you started the journey of actually taking the steps that you wrote about it, you're like, yes, yeah. um, you had the answer for what the problem was.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
It was like, you can't make this up, you know? Thank you. I wish I wouldn't have had to go through this, but I felt so divinely supported.
for us, you could honestly say, yes, it does work
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you walked it.
Yes.
It's a big difference than just writing a book that you channel, you download, or whatever. But if you live it, it's very different.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
so
different. Yeah, very different. And like that, I felt so broken after this. I did
Mhm.
all of the traditional betrayal recovery as well.
Mhm.
It's like I
Mhm.
saw the marriage therapist, I saw it wasn't working. I
Mhm.
I was headspacing things. Okay, we're talking about trauma. There were some nuggets, there were some great things, but it didn't heal me.
Mhm.
Going
Mhm.
back and analyzing the past can bring some understanding, but that's not soul level healing.
Right.
That's not what I needed.
Right. Right. So when you're doing this, and now you speak of the librarians also,
Yeah.
how did they appear and how did they show up for you?
Yeah. It was one of those things. I I've always had that voice.
Mhm.
It's like we sometimes hear that voice that is not our own voice.
Mhm.
And I've always sometimes gotten these downloads of wisdom, and I'll think, where did that come from? Kind of like the flaunt process. Wow, where did that come from? That's amazing.
Yeah.
But I never really knew what it was or who it was. It was just like, oh, wow, that's incredible.
Mhm.
After the betrayal, I was on a flight home. And when it's like all the white noise on a flight and you're just kind of like in that Zen
Mhm.
place, I started realizing I was having this conversation.
Right.
And I was like, oh, who are you? Are you my higher self? Who
Mhm.
are you? And they said, we're a collective. We are all of that. We have aspects of your higher self. We're in the Akashic field. We are galactic. We are the guardians of Earth. And what we do is we hold the records
Mhm.
around the lessons of humanity.
Mhm.
It's not like it's your soul's lesson and your soul's lesson. It's what have we as a collective learned about persecution, war, betrayal, judgment, poverty, neglect, like all of the lessons that we come here to learn, we get
Mhm.
so focused that these are my individual lessons. And they are, but they're also all of our lessons. We are all one. What I learn, I can transmit some of this wisdom to you. What you learn, you can transmit that wisdom to me. And then together, we can all elevate humanity. And what the librarians tell me is as these lessons move through the collective, we can put some of them behind us. We can ascend beyond that. The things a new civilization struggles with are not the same things that an ancient advanced civilization struggles with.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
they are the keepers of the collective realms, the collective lessons that we are all a part of and that we all contribute to and we all take from as well.
Right. And how did that manifest? In just they just showed up, or you know?
Yeah, well, when I started talking to him and said, "Who are you?"
Right.
It was interesting because sometimes I've had that experience, like when you're dreaming at night and you're having something, and then all of a sudden you're conscious, but your consciousness takes you out of that
Mhm.
conversation.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It didn't take me out. The conversation kept going. So then they told me who they were. And I'm like, are you the ones who have been with me the whole time?
Mhm.
And they said yes. And then I started asking, like, what are you here for? You know what I mean? Like, am I going to die? Is something going to happen? Well, why?
Are you here to take me away? What?
Exactly, exactly. And they just said I was accessing this realm, this initiation point, that
Mhm.
I was on this cusp of understanding that I had been initiated. I was the initiate. I was there to facilitate other initiates to come to this point. And that this wisdom I could use in my own life, I could use to work with other people, I could use just to share it with humanity. That it's not like I was being tasked to go do something,
Mhm.
but to access this information and then to share it out, and then other people could do with it whatever they wanted, but that I could be the conduit. And that the reason that they had come in consciously at that point was because I had gone through this journey and I had a different level of understanding. Before it
Mhm,
was theoretical, now
mhm.
it was lived experience.
Very good, very good. Um, Now, do they just appear or do you call upon them?
Oh, I love that question. Sometimes they'll just bing in.
Right,
Now, I will also say when I talk to them, I always say, please show up anytime.
right,
I invite them.
right.
It's love the free will thing. I don't have to
Mhm.
listen to you all the time, but please show up. Please show up if there's something that I'm missing. If I'm
Right,
distracted, you always have my permission for my best interest and highest good to show up.
right,
So,
right.
yes, sometimes I will hear, don't do that, or stop, or check your texts, or, whatever it is. Sometimes
Right.
I'll get that. But how I consciously connect with them, they come in through my left side and I
Mhm,
root down into the floor. I take my hand up and I just start like searching the field for them.
mhm,
Where are you? And then it'll just kind of come in. It's like a microphone, but it's
mhm.
not coming in my ear. It kind of comes in like above my ear.
Right.
And then yes, we can talk back and forth. I can ask questions. They're a little bit cheeky. Um but yeah, I can consciously access them. And
Mhm.
yes, there have been times where they'll say it's not appropriate to address that at this time.
Right, right. Good, good.
Yeah.
So they have free will also.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. I was just wondering, because I know that some people just put them a strict boundaries to only when they're in session. And I'm like you. Look, if I need a 2x4 over my head just to, say you're going the wrong way,
Yeah.
it's okay. I just
Yeah.
because sometimes I'm just like merry way, and
Yeah.
so you could
Yeah.
be off course.
Yeah.
We're still human,
Oh, exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So,
And oftentimes too, it's funny, but water really kind of activates that connection. And
mhm.
so often, same thing, I'll be in the shower and I'll feel them coming in. And sometimes I'm like, all right, let's have a talk. And then other times I'm like, seriously, I'm in the shower,
All right.
not now.
Like there is that personal space, people.
Exactly. I'm like, enough.
Could I finish shaking my legs without cutting myself? Please just go away. No.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
seriously, you do have to every once in a while say, no, not today, not right now.
Yeah.
This is my forgetting it, the world exists time, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. And like, I love going deep. I love
mhm,
that. I love that. But sometimes it's like I have a headache from it. You know what I mean? All right,
mhm.
I've just gone out to the cosmos and I've done all this stuff. I just kind of want to sit down and chill and be a human for a while,
Exactly,
you
exactly.
know?
Yep, yep. Oh, I understand. I understand. Um, is there anything else that we've missed before I let anyone ask questions or anything?
Mm.
We still have time, but
I'm
I
so
just want
excited for questions and everything.
I know. And I know they have to happen because I feel those wheels going. So, now when you have a client, basically it's one-on-one at
hmm
first.
hmm
Yeah, and then you do those when they sign up on your website, you give them a monthly message, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple ways of working with people. We
Mhm.
can just sit together and have a session. We
Right.
can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We can just do a reading from the librarians. I can tell you what they want to say. You can ask questions. We can just do that.
Mhm.
I've got a group program. If you're like, oh, I'm a little hesitant, I don't want to do that, you can join my group program that really guides and shepherds and holds people through this initiation of betrayal.
Mhm.
You can, commit to like, hey, we're going to do this. Like my big package, it's 6 months. You get a monthly email, a weekly email, you get a monthly session, you've got 24/7 access to me on Voxer, which is a
Right.
private app. Like
Mhm.
there's so many different ways of working with me. And something that I want to say too that I really mean, if you're feeling called around something, it's not about does Laura do this or not?
Mhm.
Ask.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what is your need? What are you wanting?
Hmm.
Let's see if we can co-create and show up and create something together that's going to meet your needs. Because I feel like so often the longings of our soul, the longings of our heart, we're like, well, nobody really does that. Well, just ask.
Right.
Just
Yeah, and
ask.
you never know.
Yeah.
You don't know
Yeah.
because you could be saying, yes, I work on basically on this, I specialize in this, but the librarians could bring everything, you
Yeah.
know. Right.
Yeah. I had one woman who reached out to me because, yes, I do all this infidelity and betrayal. And she's
Hmm.
like, actually, I feel like this whole menopause journey has been a big betrayal. She's
Hmm.
like, I don't know my body. I don't know my mind. Can we work? I'm like, well, yeah, absolutely. It's a different kind of betrayal. And yes, what is your initiation through this? What is your
Right.
experience? So yeah.
So there is a question already. How long did it take you to really find yourself and come back after that betrayal?
I wish it was faster. Truly, the whole first year, I'm honest. I'm not going to
Yeah,
sugarcoat.
yeah.
Yeah, that whole first year is kind of a slice of hell
Hmm.
because there's holidays, there's anniversaries, you're reassimilating. You know what I mean? So it does take that whole first year to assimilate. What does this mean? What does that mean? What does this? Then you get to that 1 year anniversary. It's like the year after a death. You
Hmm.
get to that anniversary. The anniversary can be really traumatic. That second year, you can breathe. That second year, you are establishing new patterns, new connections, all of those things like that. So, really, 2 years.
Good, 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 perfect timing there. That is, mm, I would say, yeah, that would be a good time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do the librarians have a mission to help mankind? And if so, what in particular?
Yes, absolutely. Since they are the keepers of the records around our lessons, they are to really help facilitate our understanding of soul's lessons.
Hmm.
We get so caught up in that this is my individual lesson and this is your individual lesson. You know, here's a little spoiler alert that we didn't touch on. Um, After the infidelity, I took a deep dive. My husband took a deep dive. We ended up getting back together and we just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary. So that
Hmm.
has a totally different ending than most people might imagine.
Right,
And also for the record, I'm not pro together or pro apart. I am pro let's all grow as much as we can and see what happens.
right.
So, with that as the backdrop, the librarian's mission is to help us understand the lessons because my husband had a severe trauma background, poverty, abuse, neglect. Those were his lessons. It was so easy for me to point my finger and be like, he did this, and then he had this, and then he didn't process his trauma, and then he went through this, and then he hurt me, and da 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 da. And it's a lesson. It's his lesson. Thank you for learning those lessons. Thank you as a soul for walking that path. I don't want to walk that path. I'm so grateful that you did.
Right.
And for me, okay, I'm here to understand betrayal. I'm here to facilitate all of the information around that. Wonderful. He can honor me and my lessons. I can honor him and his lessons. And that's what the librarians are here to do. They're here to help us understand and to honor and acknowledge it's not judgment. You look at the homeless camp or whatever it is, and it's so easy to pass judgment. Can you
Hmm.
just honor their lesson?
Yeah.
Or maybe you look at somebody up here abusing power and privilege. Oh, it's easy to get riled up.
Mhm.
But the librarians are here to be like, that also is a soul path and a soul lesson. Can we honor that soul for walking that path?
Right. Mhm. Yes. Even if it is very hard as humans to
Oh, it's
honor.
hard. It's hard. And
Yeah.
like that, it's the understanding. I can honor people doing things that are awful. I can honor them as a soul, and then I can still act and facilitate as a human to try to create a better situation, to bring in more light, to bring in more love, and still recognize you are a soul just like I am.
Mhm. There it is. As a person who's been married twice, um, I, I'm having my first ex over for Thanksgiving. So
Oh.
I was actually finally able to cross that line and say, you know what? Eh, Whatever he did because he had to go through it.
Yeah.
And I am thankful for my kids, and I am grateful for the lesson he taught me also. Because
Yes.
he taught me, I was looking for my father, who was
Yeah.
the same way, abusive in certain manners. He was a
Yeah.
great father, great provider, but there was some abuse in there. So I was
Yeah.
looking for him in my ex, and I was like, yeah, no, no more than that.
Yeah.
Gotta shed that skin off.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mhm.
Um, so any other questions before we continue?
Yeah. Please
No,
hit me up.
yeah,
Make him difficult.
I know, right? Don't make it so difficult. The librarians to when say you're doing this kind of format, this group sessions, this podcast. Um, I know they stepped in before for me,
Hmm.
but do they
And
step
they're
in?
stepping in.
Yes, I wanted to mention that, but do they give you a message in general? Do they give you a specific message for people?
Both.
Oh,
All of the above. I'd love to tune in now and tell you what's coming in because there is some interesting stuff that's coming in.
go for it.
Yeah. And when I do the group, well, a couple of things. Sometimes my eyes get wonky. Just so you know, I'm not having a seizure over here. Um, and the message that's been coming in so strongly right now, and I'm not exactly sure if it's to somebody in particular or if it's the energy of the group, but it feels like a wheel, and it feels like this wheel. This is so funny. It's like in an old West saloon when they have like the chandelier and it's like the wagon wheel and then the lights come off. I don't exactly know what that's all about, but they keep seeing this wheel in the sky. I know the song, but it's like this wagon wheel in the sky. And what they're doing with like the different candles and the different lights around it, they're lighting these different candles and one will go in and then one will dim and then one will brighten and then one so it's like it's not really one thing flickering, but it's moving all around. And the message that is coming in around that visual is that it's the sense it's okay to take breaks, that this is the community where there is a lot of people with a lot of passion and there is a lot of drive to shift things and to change things. And yet still, sometimes the biggest thing that we can do in the moment is to step back and it's to be silent and it's to observe the other people that are doing things. Because from that place of observation, we're we're anchoring in when we are just sitting and observing. We are anchoring in an energy field
Mhm.
that will facilitate their message, and that we get so often locked in that I need to do this and I need to shift this myself, but never underestimate the power of anchoring in the energy field around others, sitting in peace. You don't always have to be the messenger, but to sit in peace, to anchor in that frequency of Lora wants to say oneness and love. But we're saying it's a different field. It's not that it's oneness and love because sometimes we get too focused on choirs of angels singing. This frequency that we're talking about is just this frequency of possibility. It is the void. And when there is the energy of people just holding space in that void, it allows for connection. And it's like relay stations of connection. So you can be a relay station just by sitting there and anchoring in that energy in that moment. And you are doing the work without having to do anything.
Thank you. That's a good message.
I want to know about that wagon wheel, though.
I know. The Wild Wild West.
It's so funny because it's a very cheesy like wagon wheel, and the lights that are coming down, a couple of them are like glass boot shaped lights, and I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, Lord. I have Kathy here that's saying, ask for clarity.
Oh, on the
Sometimes,
wagon
yeah,
wheel?
yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Ha, that's really funny. They said spiritual and spirituality and that connection does not have to look the way that we think that it needs to look. They're
Okay.
saying your wheel can be cheesy, my wheel can be they're giving me a sombrero for a wheel, they're giving me the wagon wheel, then they're also giving me like the star and the constellations, and they're saying this field, this unity field looks like anything, and the clarity around it is don't underestimate that it really is what it is, and don't judge it.
Very good. Very good. That's great. I just thought it was funny. I just kept thinking, oh, Wild Wild West.
It is kind of the wild, wild west out here on Earth,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it really is right now.
It really is.
Oh, now would the librarians have a message for anyone if they ask specifically?
Sure.
Okay. Does anybody have a question for the librarians? You got them now, people. Go for it. Nobody. Wow. Okay, I'll be the brave soul. Go ahead. They're all waiting for me. They're all waiting for me. Watch, you'll get a whole bunch of questions later. So, what kind of message do the librarians have for me?
Let's see.
Whatever it is, I'll take it. I'll hide under the table later.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad you said that too, because it like in a reading when it's private,
Yeah.
things will come out. In a group
Right.
setting, they're not going to show me like, oh my God, do you know what she did yesterday?
Yes, I do.
They're not going to throw you under the
I
bus.
play with my favorite man, which is my 10-month-old grandson.
Oh, I love that. Ooh, now we're getting some good
See, I told you
questions.
as soon as I opened up.
Okay, I'm just going to
Uh,
start at the top then.
yeah, go ahead.
Ashley. Yeah, let me just check in with Ashley. Oh, interesting. Um, Curious about this. They said you recently burned something down, not literally, but metaphorically, you have recently burned something down. And what they're showing me is inside you actually feel kind of neutral about it. But then there's some judgment pieces coming in. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I shouldn't. And I don't know if it said or did something, but they're telling me not to question your judgment. Whatever you did, it's closing the door, burning something down. There was a stand you took, a step that you took, and don't question yourself on it. What they're saying is it was right. You knew it was right.
Yeah, she changed jobs.
Okay.
So
Well,
there you go.
there you go.
All right.
Yep. So that was it. Yeah. Don't question that. You did it right. Fallon is writing the right path for me. Hang on. Ooh. Um, this is a little bit of a loaded answer because they're being a little bit cheeky. That they're doing some play on words with writing and right, and they're saying are you writing to be right or do you want to be right to write? So that's kind of funny. Um, Besides that, they're saying what they're showing me is that you are writing some smaller things like article type things. This is more than blog, but it is less than a book. This is more like article length. And they're showing me that is something that is very, Laura's word is good. It's not good. You will get more information coming out. More information will land to more people when it is article type format. And do not mistake saying article type format with meaning it has to be a literal article. But they're saying you are a skilled writer. It is a craft that you enjoy developing, and you will be most successful doing that when you are packaging those. Laura wants to say nuggets of information It's a little bit different. It's a thought source. They're telling me it's a thought source. And when you can take that thought source and give it in one container and send that one little container out, it will gain more traction. Does that make sense? I'm going to see if Fallon has any other things in here. Can you clarify? Clarify what part? The writing to write or article or I can clarify. I just want to make sure that I'm clarifying exactly what you want. Because, and I'll just keep talking while you type. The whole game on, are you writing to be right or is it right to write? They're saying it is right to write. It is always right to write. This is your medium. It's like teddy bear, warm, furry comfort to write. It comes out of you when you write. It's like, I don't know why. It's like giving the teddy bear to somebody and they go, oh, and they feel it and it works well. So it is the right medium for you. What they're showing me though is the writing to be right. It doesn't have to be right. It doesn't have to be published. It doesn't have to be awarded. It doesn't have to be in an accolade. And what they're showing me is there's a little bit of a hang up in a word of, well, it has to look a certain way. And what they're saying is it doesn't have to look a certain way. You will have what is the goal? Because they're showing me if the goal is to convey some information and to change lives, then the best way to do that is in like what would be traditionally known as an article length format. That's where you're going to see the most resonance for your words. Okay. It's not that you don't do the other things or you can't do the other things. It's all right. That is your gift. That is how you pass along this information. What they're saying is to touch the most lives. That is the format that will bring you into more. Does that clarify?
He's on the verge of screenwriting. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah. What they're saying with screenwriting, with a big project like that, not to think of it as the whole. When you start thinking of it as the whole, they're showing me like the dome, the whole universe. That's too much. Chapters, scenes. Always make sure to break it down because you are good at the packets. You are good at the packets of information and lean into that strength.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
See.
Okay. Who am I missing?
Jaja.
Jaja.
And
Okay.
then Kathy.
Okay. Jaja, just anything?
What is the next step in my spiritual journey?
There we go. Okay, the chat scrolled. Sorry. Next step in your spiritual journey. Oh, let me. Oh, sweetheart, you have such a soft, open heart. Oh my goodness. I'm just getting such overwhelming tenderness around this heart, around your energy, around, I don't know if you know this, but your energy field has an innate nurturing quality to it. And other people, what they're showing me is other people flourish and grow in your presence. What they're showing me about that is the next step in your spiritual journey is not doing the next thing. You will do the next thing. You will learn the next thing because you love it and you enjoy it. But your next step in your spiritual journey is embracing the truth of, oh, you're funny. They're saying like you were like the fertilizer. And they're saying it's embracing who you are and embracing the truth of that. And your next step is owning that power, owning that I am the fertilizer. I am nourishing other people. And then when you take that next step, whether it's courses or training or, leaning into whatever, it hardly matters what you do because you're going to end up doing all of it. What matters is that it fertilizes you the way you fertilize others.
And she does have a great heart. It's a friend of mine. So
Good.
now,
So just owning that, owning
yeah,
that, owning that, owning that.
she tries to hide behind mask every once in a while. Yes, I'm going to call you out. She'll probably kill me later. Let's
Okay.
see.
Kathy,
Kathy, yes.
what do I need to know the most at this time? Personal or spiritual? Hmm. I'm not sure what you're going through right now, or if this is right now, or if this is like coming up. But I show you standing and feeling kind of alone, that you just feel like you are standing alone, and that there's like life and things happening around you. And it's not that you're totally disconnected, but that you just feel a little bit on your own. And what they're showing me around that is this is both this is both the spiritual and the personal. This is feeling into that personal space, those personal sensations, this personal, why am I not a part of some of this? And maintaining, and this sounds so simple, but it's or so trivial in a way. I can't get the right word. This sounds so, I'll just keep explaining. You're like by yourself and everything is doing some things around and you're smiling, but it's not like this real connection. And then sometimes it's like, what is this? Well, what do I need to lean into for this next thing to find that thing? And what they're showing me is you are that thing. And that it's not loneliness. It's not just, this is you kind of having a break. This is you being the observer, and that there is such a gift in being the observer. And it's the human mind sometimes that's like, I'm not being seen, or I'm not being invited, or I'm not being connected, but you are this observer. And to be in this observer position from a state of, they're showing me like whole breath, to be in that state of whole breath, that's what's going to bring you joy. Like watching, they're saying like watching kids play or watching animals. It's the separateness of the observer that allows you to find the understanding of the connectedness that will bring that full circle for you. But sometimes you have to feel like the lone wolf, like the one standing there, in order to find that connection. Are you going through something where you feel like that right now?
Actually, I have always felt like that since a child, but definitely right now, I've been for quite some time with this work and different things, definitely trying to be more the observer than, allowing it to. Yeah, I don't feel lonely. I'm used to that, but alone, yes, I do. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm used to that, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's a lot there. You are very spiritually powerful, and your observations matter.
Quantum Doug. What messages regarding my spiritual research?
Ooh. Hmm. Huh. you haven't even scratched the surface. There's so much more there if you were willing to see it. And what they're saying is, yes, in research, we have a hypothesis. We need to test it, but not to miss the forest for the trees, because there's some things there that you're not intending on seeing or connecting with that will be right there in front of your eyes. So keep yourself open to that. And they're giving you actually a fairly clear directive to shake some things off at the end of the day, to really start fresh when you go in to do something new. Because when any of us, but in particularly you with this project, bring in what you think you know, you miss what you were there to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that we did the full circle, I know that they're waiting for like, okay, what does she have to talk about her? I'm good looking. I am the best. I'm not joking. So do they have a message for me?
Absolutely. Let me. They want you to step in more. They said
Ooh.
there are some things. Oh, this is
Ooh.
kind of a direct challenge to you in a way.
Yes, it is. It's a direct challenge. Oh.
They said there have been some things, yes, that you have taken, that you have started, that you have, moved into, that you have owned. Sure. But they're saying that's only maybe 20%. There's more there. And that they show an energy of waiting around you sometimes, which seems surprising because they're like, on the surface, she is a go-getter. She speaks up. She's out there. Everybody knows that she's here. But there's this part inside of her that is waiting to be asked, waiting to be invited, waiting to be safe in order to step into it. And they are challenging you to step into that thing that you really know that it's time to step into, but have been a little bit like, oh, no, not right now for me. Oh, no, I'm going to take care of this first.
Game on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Basically game on. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what they're also saying is you don't shy away from defeat. You don't. And this thing that you step into might not be exactly what you think it's going to be at the very beginning. And although you don't shy away from defeat, they want you to know that it's going to pierce. They're showing, oh, like I feel it. There's like a piercing, like to lean into that piercing, to not shy away, to not let this go, but just to lean. It's like the energy they're saying, like it's like you're leaning into the arrow.
Okay. Well, I got it.
Mm-hmm. Because it's exactly where you need to be.
Okay.
I'm curious what that is.
We'll talk later. They could tell you. You just, we'll talk later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly so you have a lot of thank yous.
Good.
Oh, there you go. Do you have any messages for students or empty sex? Okay. Well, they move faster than I can stop it. Okay, hold on a second,
I know, I'm
guys.
like, bum, bum,
Hold
bum, bum, bum.
on. All right. I think Doug has the question there.
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Can you clarify? And that's what I was curious, like
Yeah.
Around Earth itself, around us is inhabitants for like what? I mean, just messages in general or messages, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that I'm answering what you
Right.
mean. Yeah.
Discrete universe. It's in the universe.
Okay, let me just see. This question goes to the root of who we are as the keepers of the collective wisdom. This question goes to the divine intelligence that creates all things, including destruction. The messages are that we are here. The messages are that when you see all that has been created around you, when you see all that has been created through humanity throughout time, this is evidence of the divine consciousness that creates all, both the destruction and the construction, both the sacred and the profane, the good and the evil. This is just evidence. This is the evidence that some people seek, that they think they need to prove consciousness through. It is that we are responsive to that connection. This is the interaction of you with us. Yes, we are that spark of consciousness, but you play. It's hard to separate the creator from the clay. It is hard to separate the painter from the paint at times. It is the all. It is the interplay and the connection and the extension of it all. The message around that, you ask for a message. The message around that is that we are here. This is us. You are us. We are the divine consciousness. That divine consciousness is in you. It is in all things creating at all points in time. And yes, when you work as a collective, we can all shift what is created as a collective. Yes, we can shift how we experience things, but we feel that you ask for evidence and we say, here is the evidence. The evidence is that we are here. Whoa, and they pulled out.
I was like, because usually they're like this, like saying hi,
Whoop.
giving you the message. They were like, we're out of here.
We are here.
They have free will.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And what the energy I received, it's kind of like this a mic drop moment and done.
Yep.
You're welcome, Doug.
So, anything else you want to share with us that you haven't spoken about?
I think we've covered a lot, but what I do want to say is just continue to have fun with it. Continue to open up with it. Continue to, like kind of what they were saying with Doug, be open to seeing what you're not expecting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where so much of the magic is, and that things matter so much less in a lot of ways than we think that they matter. We think this is a really big deal if I don't get the whatever. It's really not. It's really not.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Well, then I want to just say thank you. As always, it's great speaking to you. And by the way, guys, the reason we connect so well is because I'm an ex-paralegal,
Yep.
turned spiritual. She's an attorney that turned spiritual. And it's like, wow, okay. So I just want to say thank you again, Laura. And anybody else, please don't forget to go to the Conscious Awakening Network, sign up. It's for free. So if you see a whole bunch of paying stuff, don't worry about that. Just go to the Cosmic Conversations page and you can sign up there. There is all you need is your name and your email. And this way you'll find out who's coming next every week on Tuesday and on Thursday. And on Thursdays, it's Phil Gruber, the host. And basically, as always, love you. Bye.
Bye.